Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love and the journey of Ascension. The time is 2121. There goes the notification. Okay, let's have a quick live message. I don't want to be on for too long. Okay, it's Sunday night. Let's get an early night because it's Monday morning tomorrow. Okay, let's have some coffee. Let's see who wants to join us this evening. Cheers. Cheers to Sundays. Somewhere over the rainbow. That's the song that's coming through. Let's have a look at the Rider-Waite Tarot. I do not have an inkling about what may come out. The camera's shaking a little bit. Are we shaking your mind up? Are you making your mind up? The Queen of Wands, and I had a look at the plaster that's on my finger. Then we have the Six of Wands, but that's I'm hesitating, that's a masculine energy. He's got two laurel wreaths, okay? And the horse is looking at him a little bit sheepish. But then I felt the energy of like resting upon your laurels. So using your past achievements as your success stories, but then that's where they stop. Like there's no more achievements. Like you just keep talking about past achievements. The horse is making sure that this masculine's actually progressing. He's got that laurel wreath up on that wand. And then we have the Queen of Wands here with her sunflower. Hi, Mary. Hi. I hope you're having a nice day, whatever time of day it is for you. Got the black cat here. So, or is it a black cat, or is it just like a silhouette? I was taken to superstition. This masculine could be superstitious. I'm taken to the song by Stevie Wonder, Superstition. I want to have a look at the lyrics. I don't know what that word is or how to pronounce it. Saw you boner. Stevie. Definitely in slow mode. The energy's been a bit like that though. Like it's really calm. Let me read these lyrics. 1972, this song was released. Very superstitious, writings on the wall. Very superstitious, ladders about to fall. 13-month-old baby, broke the looking glass. 7 years of bad luck. The good thing is in your past. When you believe in things that you don't when you believe in things that you don't understand, then you suffer. Superstition ain't the way. Happy Sunday, Sherry. Cheers. Cheers. Very superstitious, nothing more to say. Very superstitious, the devil's on his way. Very superstitious, doesn't say that. 13-month-old baby. Broke the looking glass. 7 years of bad luck, good things in your past. When you believe in things that you don't understand, then you suffer. Superstition ain't the way. No, no, no. Okay, that's that. How's your day been, Sherry? What have you been up to? If you want to share. If you care to share. Have you had a really nice relaxing Sunday? Okay, devil's on his way. That sounds a bit superstitious. If you believe in the devil. Okay, we've got a wounded warrior. A wounded warrior here. A lot of changes going on. Yes, listening low, we are getting a storm. Yes, listening low. We are getting a storm, like a storm warning. I'm looking to see what cards I can pull. Do you feel you will be affected by the storm, Sharon? Okay, so here's the wounded warrior. We're just saying superstitious, okay? Believes in superstition. Oh, you're laying low. This king's laying low as well, look. Hail to the king. That's that energy here, isn't it? I must speak up. Can you hear me all right? Can you hear me? Anyway, I feel the Pope here has something to do with her. It's like she's poked something. Okay, a trigger. She poked a trigger and it's triggered a transformation. The death of fear. I can give you an example. Let me read what Sherry's put first. No, the beach towns will be affected. They're about 45 minutes from me. Okay, so fear. I'll give you an example. Have I already given you this example? Maybe. About my daughter and there being a really massive spider in the house. And rather than me removing the spider, I watched it. And it was like a big-bodied spider, big black body. Maybe not that big. I mean, I could be over-exaggerating, but it was a big black. Long legs, quite big, probably about this big. And it was crawling up the blind. And then it would go around the other side. And it would come down the other side. And then I could see its little legs come over. And it would just do that. And I was just watching it. I thought, I'm just going to leave it. And then Emily came home. And me, being honest, I said to her, there's a really big spider crawling around the blind. And, well, she wasn't impressed, was she? So now she's on edge and she's sitting there. And I said to her, I think you need to have a bit of a reality check. I said, because how big is that spider? And she's like, well, I know how big it is by how you've described it. Like, it's massive. I said, but in comparison to you, how big is it? I said, come on now. You can't allow your life to be ruled by fear of spiders. I said, it's not like thinking I'm going to go and like attack Emily. And I said, even if it did land on you, your reflex would be so quick, you'd just swipe it off, wouldn't you? So we had this conversation, but still I had to close the window because she wouldn't go near it and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, then she goes off like she does and she stays around her boyfriend's house. Hi, John. So next time when she's home, she says to me, guess what? I said, what? She said, we had, like, her and her boyfriend had friends around, so there's a few of them. She said, like, I've seen 4 spiders, Mum, and everyone freaked out. And I was like, right, it's okay, let's just get it now. I said, was you not afraid? She said, no, I wasn't. I said, that's really, really good. That's really good. There was also another trigger point because whilst this spider was somewhere around the blind, even though she didn't get to see it, we was watching a movie called Man on Fire with Denzel Washington and I don't know her name, Dakota somebody or someone Dakota. Anyway, the little girl in it, she was in a competition for diving and swimming. She was the fastest swimmer, but she was the last off of the diving board. And it's because she froze when she heard the gun go off to say go. So he was like chanting about like the gun is not my fear or something like that. So I was saying to my daughter, that spider is not your fear, you know, you're not fearful of the spider. So trigger. Something's triggered something. A trigger response. We all have them. I've been triggered lately. That's why I feel a bit quiet, is because being triggered is like being tested to see how you'll respond. And I still need to work on a few things. Because I can still get rattled, defensive. So that was highlighted to me, was it yesterday? And so I've kind of retreated and gone within to have a look at that energy because I didn't really like how I responded. Don't we all get triggered? I don't mind being triggered. I don't mind being triggered. It doesn't happen too often now, so when I am triggered, it is like a test to see how I'm going to respond and then how I can adjust that and respond differently the next time that test comes up. Okay. Hello, Mr. King of Cups. So what am I noticing about these cards here? I'm noticing the yellow. Him, her, him and her, and the Pope, or the priest. Hey, Gal Gal. Hello, Channel of Love. How have you been, darling? Have you been keeping well? I hope you have. King of Love. Okay. Sherry says, hi, gal. Money can't buy you love. It's gone a little bit warm in the room. I'm going on holiday soon. I'm going to go on holiday and dress up in like Halloween outfits. I'm going away for Halloween. Hi, Overlord. Hello again. Hello. But I'm looking forward to having, it's a long weekend away. I'm looking forward to having a break from the old routine. I'm really looking forward to dancing. Like going out and having fun. You're going to India soon? Very nice. Have you ever been to India before, Overlord? I would like to go to India. There's lots of places I'd like to go to. Okay, we had 2 cards that came out first. Inner conflict and tap into your 6th sense. So I've got to get my Halloween outfits together. You've not been to India before, Overlord? Okay, and how are you? I'm okay. Got a bit of that going on inside of me. It bubbled to the surface for releasing. I always feel better because it was obviously energy that's suppressed and it just needs a little trigger. God bless the people that trigger me though. Hi, Ski. But I don't worry too much about that. About like, I don't go away and feel guilty about the conversation because it's occurred. So however I've responded, I've responded. However they've responded, they've responded. They go away and learn what they need to learn from the interaction. And I too will do the same, have done the same. But tapping into your 6th sense, got weird noises coming up from inside of me. Another chance. Passing on knowledge through the ages. An offering of a fruitful opportunity and open up to love. And my mind's elsewhere. I'm not making any sense of this. Karma. Right, okay. Laurie. Hey Lucy, how are you? You're okay? I'm okay. Had other hip replacement surgery, so once again healing. Continuous journey, isn't it? But you have yourself 2 new hips now? For goodness sake, I've got the hippie shakes. Yeah, I've got the shakes. Oh! Is it called the hippie shakes? I said now shake it to the left, We'll shake it to the right. We'll do the hippie shake shake with all your might, oh baby. Ooh. Yes, other one was done on Halloween last year. So something coming through about Halloween. This is Halloween, this is Halloween. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I might go as a bat, a cat, and a witch. I saw the Hermit. Okay, so let's just have a look at this energy of the Hermit, because the Hermit is quiet. They keep themselves to themselves. They're very reflective. They withdraw from talking, society, a bit like the energy that I'm openly admitting like I needed to do. Chevy says, hi, Laurie. And a bat, a cat, and a witch. Or is that a pumpkin? I can't see, Laurie. I cannot see. It's a witch. Yes. Do you hear me? Can you see the signs? Okay. Hi, Sherry. How are you? Let's have a look at the sacred destiny. Okay, can we please make some sense out of this nonsense? Maybe it's just an evening for us just to come together as a tribe. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen Laurie or Gal Gal pop up. So thank you for your presence. What time is it? Where everybody is, please. Okay, let's have a timing check-in. Laurie, what time is it? Sherry? What time? What time is it? Does that come out of High School Musical? 444. 444. It's 944. You're all at 444. Number synchronization to look out for. Four, 4, 4. Emperor, Emperor, Emperor. Hi, Hagen. I do not. 50 pence a piece? I don't. Once upon a time, maybe, but I might have sold them to you. Thank you, Sherry. We've got patience. It's a virtue, they say. Patience. I'm just going to read what the sacred landscape wants us to know. Hi, Laurie. Bringing in the warmth of fall. I've got like pumpkin smelling, candles burning, and like plugins, you know, the scented plugins. It really does, and it feels like, well, we are in fall. Autumn. Patience. We've got to start pulling out the bananas. Yes. I'm in agreement. Although, you guys have access now. We used to use bananas, didn't we, when for a heads up for me. But you guys have like privileges that you can remove these fart seekers. Patience. The sacred landscape wants you to know, in dense fog, it's best to be quiet and still. It's like that hermit energy. For now, don't go forward, wait. It's hard to see what lies ahead, and things may not be as they seem. Things that seem one way may in fact be completely different. Be patient, the truth will emerge. In this state of obscured visibility, your imagination and intuition can be sparked. If you can wait long enough, your dreams and inner yearnings can come to fruition. Listen to your intention, but listen to your intuition and pay attention to those seemingly random thoughts. Well, this reading is quite random. How old is your pup now, Sherry? He's 4.5. A big pup. Cheers to all you lovers out there. Okay. Affirmations. This will make sense to whoever it needs to make sense to. Gratitude. Today, this is me today. It is because I've had a real, no pressure, chilled out day, doing what I felt drawn to do. But I've got a lot done. As in around the home. So today I'm grateful for all of the little things. Even when the big things suck, there are always plenty of little things I can be at least a little grateful for, like hot showers and music, and the fact that humans invented an internet. And I'm allowed to use it whenever I want to, using fingers and thumbs that do whatever I think them to do at any given moment. I'm intrigued by the word humans, internet, whenever I want to, are all capitalised. How has your sleeping been, guys? How's your sleep patterns at the moment? Are you finding yourself tired? Are you waking up quite a lot during the night? Awful. Yeah. I was going to say, you're not the only one. I thought I was putting most of mine down to the menopause until my children are saying that they're having very restless nights, waking every 2 hours, and also they're having hot flushes. hot flashes, hot sweats. So I was just curious. Every night I wake up once, but our patterns are over the place. Okay. Mine's about every 2 hours. So I'm going to bed earlier to like compensate for it. So I've been going to bed earlier, but I am like quite tired. I've noticed that. But I just like, I up the amount of like going easy on myself when I feel tired. Self-care, self-love. So that happens to you also. You. Happens to you too, Sherry? Happens to me some nights every 2 hours. I'm going to keep track of it, I think, because I remember, because this has been going on for a while now, like a couple of months. And I'm going to keep a little journal to see, because there is a time throughout the month where I can like sleep through and only wake like once. But I remember like last month when that happened and I wasn't having the hot flushes, I was having like foggy brain. I couldn't like think quickly. Not I couldn't think clear. And I feel a bit like that, void. So maybe I'll have a half decent night's sleep, but on the other hand, I'll have this vacantness. Laurie, your pain is 24 hours a day. This surgery didn't go that well, and I'm still having issues, plus lower back issues. I nap a lot. Healing time is when you're napping. I'm going to send you some healing energy also, Laurie. So I hope you feel better soon. Gal, I'm looking forward to going back home to Vancouver Island. Is that what that says? To be closer to my daughter in spring. That would be lovely. Laurie, it could be partly due to seasonal changes too. Thank you. I'll take all the loving, healing vibes. Before I drift off to sleep, I will visualize and I've got the shakes. I got the hippie shakes. I'll send healing as well, Laurie. Yeah. The more the merrier. Ding. Here's to bringing Laurie back to well-being. Asking it is given. Okay. Oh, I've got a hair hanging down here. It's attached. Oh, it looked like it's a puppet. Pulling on my strings. Received. With open arms. Okay, let's have a look and see what the angels and ancestors want to say. I say we're in need of rest. That's what I'm feeling. Because if we're feeling tired and we're having interrupted sleep patterns, although last night I got quite a lot of hours yesterday. I'll tell you what happened. I fell asleep about 8:30 in the evening. I woke up about 10:30, maybe, and I hadn't had dinner, and so I come downstairs. The pussycats are outside, all the lights are on, like downstairs, and I let the cats in, and I go to the toilet, and I thought I was going to pass out. I become extremely hot, dizzy. I did not feel right. So I managed to get to the living room and I laid on the sofa just to allow it to settle. And then I just switched everything off and went to bed. And I woke up early this morning, even though I didn't have to. So I woke up early and then I went back to bed again. So I've had quite a lot of hours sleep. But it's like I felt the aftermath of that funny turn. I had a funny turn. And it was like, okay, I just need to rest. And I feel that's what the energy is for the collective. It's been a long process. And I feel we can just, it's like finally we've learned how to take care of ourselves. It's not to put anybody else's needs above our own. You've gone back to basics and meditating, Wayne Dyer. I am meditation. I'm listening a lot to Wayne Dyer again. I think he was probably one of the first spiritual influencers I was introduced to, like on spiritual development rather than just personal development. I'm going to listen to the audio of 101 Ways to Transform Your Life by Dr. Wayne Dyer. I'll share it in the community post, as a community post. I booked tickets to see Wayne Dyer when he planned to come to London. I don't know what year it was. It was the year that he made his transition. October. So myself and Simon, we booked tickets to go and see him in London, and he made his transition in the August. They still had the event. It was like a tribute. It was good. They gave away so many books of his. Free books. Just give them away. Free books. Well, that's what giving away is. But you could, we had a team. We had a team of people that we would mentor and coach, so we could take like books for them as well. That's good, but I did not get to see Wayne Dyer in the physical. It's funny, it was in October, for orange is his favourite colour. Oh, I didn't know that orange was his favourite colour. I know the analogy he uses of the orange. If you squeeze an orange, what do you get out of it? Orange juice. Why? Because it's what it's made up of. So I suppose it's the same with talking about triggers, it's like if you push someone's buttons or squeeze them, like to get a reaction, what comes out of them, what they're made up of. So we need that little squeeze, don't we? But then I feel like there's this cleansing energy. Let's have a look and see what the angels and ancestors want to say. I just want to read these messages first. So Laurie, that and letting go of a lot of things. You was going to rewatch the Shift movie, he did. I watched that movie not too long ago. But yes, it's a good movie. Laurie, it's funny, it was in October for orange is his favourite colour. Gal, my daughter is having does that say a boutique of foggy moments? She says, my train derailed. Traveller. Move in a new direction. What is on the cards? Patience. Patience and gratitude for the small things. We've got a traveller energy. Yes, orange, the colour of optimism. This is fantastic. I'm learning so much about the colour orange. The colour of optimism. Where shall we be travelling to? Traveller. There's so many places I wish to visit, although revisit was coming through. There are some places I would revisit, for sure. Others I would not. Not saying I wouldn't, but I have no desire. Although I say that, like, I have no desire to like revisit New York, but I would go to New York so that I could see Sherry, because you're in New Jersey, so not too far. I'm thinking now about when I was at school, I went to Paris and it wasn't a very good trip. But then I have been back to Paris and I had a blast. Yes, about 2 hours. Yeah, that's nothing. 2 hours. Not even the length of a movie. And I think the same could be said for, well, I don't know anybody who lives there, but Santa Monica? No. Hollywood? No. Florida? You have to keep me away from there because I would just keep revisiting Florida. Amsterdam? Yeah. I would keep revisiting Amsterdam as well. So don't rule out Philadelphia. Yes, I'd like to go to Philadelphia. It's a great city. 10 minutes from you. That's what I'm saying. Just because, like, I wouldn't be in New York, would I? I'd be, New Jersey, Philadelphia. There's a lot more to see, isn't there? But there's a lot in this country, my own country, that I haven't explored. I've not been to Ireland. I've not been to Scotland. I've been to Wales once. Even Niagara Falls. I'd like to go to Hawaii again because I just done the island Maui. And the reason I visited Maui was because of Wayne Dyer. It was the island that he mentioned most about going away. He had a home on the island. I'd want to go back to Ireland. I went for such a short trip. Laurie, I would like to go to Ireland and Scotland. I am part Irish. Okay then. We'll have to do a trip. And obviously England included. Traveller. Welcome any opportunities to travel, either to the outer world or to your inner worlds. Of course, back to Africa. First time for me, Laurie. We've put that out there. The Giraffe Hotel for at least one night. And Safari, Africa. Yeah, sounds really exciting. The Traveller card represents the gypsy spirit within. The opportunity to move in a new direction is coming your way, and ancestral wisdom is encouraging you to welcome it with open arms. That's interesting, Laurie, because when you accepted the healing energy, I said with open arms, Moon Cookie, I think, keeps channeling that song, With Open Arms by Creed. Going on a trip is an exciting process because not only do you learn about the world, you also learn about yourself. This card often comes up when you have a chance to go through a process of awakening and understand even more about the amazing qualities you have to share with the world. Often such journeys can be lonely, but this in itself can teach you that you are never really alone and your angels and ancestors are there for you. I would still like to travel in RV, would like to do it with someone. Route 66. Well, we end up in Santa Monica, don't we? Look, if it's to do the whole trip, that's fine. I'll tell you what I did not like about Santa Monica was the homelessness. Like in the mornings, wherever I am, I like to take an early morning walk. It's just so quiet and you just get to take it all in when it's peaceful. But when you go onto the pier, I thought they looked like all dead people on the beach, but they're just sleeping. But it looked like all dead bodies have been washed up on the sand. And I just found them rude. If I'm honest, they were very rude to me, the homeless people. And yeah. What was interesting is watching how they behave like in the McDonald's. It's like expected that you would buy them a meal. So to watch the behaviour, and it's just all like suitcases, that they're just pulling around with them, and just to be like, expect him. And if you didn't give, then they were verbally abusive and would wish very nasty things upon. I mean, it was just me with the girls, so it was just not pleasant. Just trying to guilt trip you. That's what they were doing. And so not being used to that kind of behaviour, it was a little bit shocking. Lovey, you remember connecting with you guys every Sunday when you did Sunday services? I was thinking about that today. It's something that actually I can pick back up. I've had trouble with my devices because, well, I think the speakers are blown. That's what we think is the issue. So when I was doing lives, they were cutting in and out, but we don't seem to have a problem now. So, yeah, it'd be nice to. I'm enjoying doing these lives. It's just finding the timing, because you guys, what was it for? It's 5-hour time difference, isn't there? Sherry, I need to channel my inner gypsy to get my fire going again. Yeah, me too. I've just got the travel bug again. But I have been thinking about getting like a camper van and going travelling. Like Laurie said, but it'd be nice to do it with somebody. But I don't have an issue travelling on my own. That's what that card just said. Often such journeys can be lonely, but this in itself can teach you that you are never really alone and your angels and ancestors are there for you. Laurie, that sounds like a perfect idea, Sherry. So the road you are on may be the road less travelled, but this journey is going to be highly beneficial for your emotional and spiritual growth. If it isn't about covering outer distance, it's about covering distance within. And you will be evolving every single moment of it. Remember to keep things simple and to lighten your load, because that will make your journey more enjoyable. You are also being encouraged to see how far you've come and how you've really grown as a person, because this recognition will support you in going even further. And there's a good chance that along the way, you'll make new friends who will become companions for a lifetime. We've known each other for, how long's it been, guys? 7, 8 years? And here we still are. Alive and kicking. Lovey, I'm hoping to heal enough so I can go see daughter. She lives in Oklahoma. Gal, I watch Escape to the Country guide often to feel the landscape. 8. Nearly been on for 1 hour. Okay. Let's have a look and see what we are activating. The power of love. I'm feeling that this upcoming week, though, is going to be very good. As if like it's going to be what's coming through is like more regimented, as if we're going to be more stricter with ourselves. And what wording did you use, Sherry? I need to channel my inner gypsy to get my fire going again. Okay, so this upcoming week we're going to channel our inner gypsies. Da da dee da dee da. This tribe was pivotal during lockdown. Yeah. You know, this channel has just helped me through my journey because it's made it less lonelier. Even with the recorded readings, if I hadn't have had the channel, or the channel, the confidence to be able to do this, I'm not sure how I would be able to express myself. I'd be very much a hermit. So I love it. It's my own form of therapy. So good. I am going to work on my physical and mental health by eating healthy, meditating, breathwork, and journaling. Okay. I feel like I should be writing something down for myself to do. I've got quite a few like unfinished jobs. So I'm trying to be a bit more structured with completing the projects, jobs that I already have like up in the air before I add any more. Because I can get distracted easily. Transformation. What say ladies and gentlemen? Transformation. You use the power of love to move through illnesses and shift into awareness. Okay, we're going to be using the power of love. Laurie, I think that's part of my problem. I wing it most of the time and have no real plans written out. Yeah. Well, it's when you say like about winging it, I do that. Okay. There's no real plans written out. There's the plans in the mind, but there's a lot that goes on in there. Lots of ideas that want to be like experienced, expressed. So, Sherry, I need a better morning routine and yoga. I was thinking yoga. My morning routine is okay. Yeah, that's okay. I could fit in a bit more in my morning routine. I am into the routine of I get up, I leave the house, I go to work, but that's only for an hour or so, and then I come back and then I do the morning reading and then I get ready to go back out to work, and it's when I come home then it could be a little bit more structured. I've got some decorating I really need to finish. I've kind of started painting 3 different rooms. It's because I get the paint and I get excited, so I want to see what the paint looks like on the wall. And I actually found a list of a to-do list earlier on, because today I've been, like I say, doing what I felt like I've been drawn to do, but all of it was catching up on the little jobs that I need to just finish. That stuff. just gets done less if it's not written down. Yeah. I need a better we've already read that part. Better morning routine and yoga. But I was thinking about yoga. I'd like to fit some exercise. I don't do any physical exercise. And yoga, I feel, is calling to me. So I dance. I like dancing. But something other than just dancing. Laurie, I guess accountability. Okay, so not that we have to share it with anybody, but should we keep our own little journal for the next week? And then we can see how we got on next Sunday. You follow Bohu Beautiful YouTube and do her videos. Okay. Is that for the yoga, Sherry? I haven't got a pen. Where there's a will, there's a way. Thank you, Sherry. Okay, so I've just got up Boho Beautiful Yoga. I shall have a look at that. Take a screenshot. I've got my other phone here. So, the time is 2233. So, can't see it, but there it is. Coffee? How should we finish off this reading? We didn't read the transformation card. Let's do that because the time is, I've just said it, haven't I? 2-2. Oh, it was 2-2. That looked like it was 2233. All the twos. 22. Yes, yoga. She has short videos. Her yin yoga videos are good. The others are a bit intense. Okay, I'll start off with the yin ones then. Divine Feminine card. Okay, I don't have the deck up here, Laurie. Divine Feminine, Sherry. Sorry, darling. I don't have the Divine Feminine's deck here, but I could go and get them. I can do that. Let's read the transformation card. You would like to do, how do you pronounce that? Qigong? I heard about that. I can't remember how they described the technique to be because I didn't really know what form of practice that was. Is it moving energy? I'd be really interested in that. Not spelled right. Qigong. Qigong. Next time, no worries. No, I'll go and get the deck, Sherry. That's fine, darling. Let's read the transformation card first, though. Moving with energy is probably the only thing I can try right now. I think I do that naturally because I do a lot with my hands. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but I go into little, not even trances, but because it's quite serious, but I feel as if like I'm purposely shifting. I don't feel it's me doing it. It's what using my vessel to do. And then I heard someone explain the other day just briefly about, well, it triggered that reaction to, I know what that word is. I know it's a form of spiritual practice, but I hadn't researched it. And when they said about moving energy, like with your hands, I thought, oh, that's interesting. Okay, let's read transformation. Moving with energy. Oh, we've already read that part. Lovely. What if you was in your state of being, because that is the only way that you would be able to work with the energy right now in like a physical way. You'd be a master at a Qigong. Is that what it's called? Qigong? Because you may never have tried it if you wasn't in a like a state of disability. Thank you for all this uplifting energy today. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Cheers, Gal, darling. Okay, let's read transformation. Then I'm going to go and get a Divine Feminine card. This lifetime is a part of the progression of your soul. The conscious thought that you are that you are aware of right at this moment is forever a part of the evolution of your divine self. Just as a caterpillar eventually becomes a butterfly, you too are slowly awakening to your true birthright as a spiritual being. As you go through this awakening, others will see your light and feel your love. This soul-to-soul connection raises your vibration, allowing transformation to occur at an even quicker pace. Like attracts like. So be sure that the energy you are sending out is positive. Negative energy coming back to you will it says will slow your growth. But I want to say it will show your growth. Like attracts like. So negative energy coming back to you will slow your growth. As you advance into this new awareness of yourself, it is very normal to have a sense of confusion. There was the confirmation of that. Okay, this is normal, guys. To have this sense of confusion that's going on. Normal for what we're going through. Okay. As you advance into this new awareness of yourself, it is very normal to have a sense of confusion and dislocation in your career, with your family, and even within yourself. The material things in your life won't carry the same emotional attachment they used to. Your relationship to yourself and others, and your understanding of your place in the universe will change. You will come to realise just how important you are in the grand scheme of things. There are a finite number of souls experiencing this earth dimension at this time, and you are one of them. Your contributions matter more than you'll ever know. I know healing is my path. And your first task is to heal yourself. And you can do it. I'm going to go and get the Divine Feminine deck. My daughter commenting on my dinner. Oh, she gave it a love heart. Oh, that looks lovely. I hope you enjoyed. I did. Would you like to see my dinner? I can show you my dinner. Would you like to see my dinner? Okay. There's my dinner. It's pork wrapped in some fancy ham bacon with apple sauce on top, and then I've got carrots, Brussels sprouts, runner beans, roast potatoes, Yorkshire pudding, and sage and red onion stuffing with, we call it gravy, beef gravy. Yummy, yummy. It was really yummy. That's exactly what Emily's put, but she's put yummy. I put hopefully I'm hungry. As I told you, I skipped dinner last night, but I was hoping to have a pudding. Lovely. You had leftover pizza? I looked at that in my freezer for lunch. I did not have it for lunch, but I had a nice big dinner. And I had my dinner before I done the reading because I was... Oh, I didn't get back to my story about my restless night last night. So I was waking throughout the night, but I felt my initial thoughts was to go and have a little nap early evening and then do a live for you guys about midnight. Seeing as I don't have to, get up to an alarm clock on Sunday. But then I woke, had a funny turn, and went back to bed and slept through. Well, I didn't sleep all the way through. So I was waking up throughout the night, but it was like, okay, do we go and do a live now? A live reading. So that was I felt like there's been a lot of activity going on, okay, overnight. And then this morning, because the song that come through was the Black Eyed Peas, let's get it started, let's get it started in here. And it's like nighttime, and it's like the crowds are full of people partying. And the beat goes running, running, and running, running, and running, running. It's just a weird... Megs has had something weird happen to her. Okay, let me read it to you. Megan would have just finished work. So she's put, I had something weird happen today. So I was brushing my teeth earlier, and every day I love you less and less just popped into my head out of nowhere, and I was like, weird. So I go to work and I'm just doing my usual work, and all of a sudden, every day I love you less and less starts playing at work, like on the radio. It was very weird, as that song has never been played at work, and I've not heard the song itself in years. It immediately made me think of Dad, though. What song is she talking about? I love you every day, I love you less and less. I'm Googling it. Oh, it's by the Kaiser Chiefs. Oh, okay. So every day I love you less and yes. Less and yes. That's why. Kaiser Chiefs, okay. Every day I love you less and less. It's clear to see that you've become obsessed. I've got to get this message to the press. That every day I love you less and less. And every day I love you less and less. I've got to get this feeling off my chest. The doctor says all I need's pills and rest. Since every day I love you less and less. Unless I know I feel it in my bones. I'm sick. I'm tired of staying in control. Oh yes, I feel a rat upon a wheel. I got to know what's not and what is real. Oh yes, I'm stressed. I'm sorry, I digress. Impressed, you dressed to SOS. Oh, and my parents love me. Oh, and my girlfriend loves me. Every day I love you less and less. I can't believe once you and me did sex. It makes me sick to think of you undressed, since every day I love you less and less. And every day I love you less and less, you're turning into something I detest. And everybody says that you're a mess, since every day I love you less and less. Galgal, been making roasted vegetables in balsamic vinegar. Tastes so good. Sherry, lovely. We've already spoke about this. You had leftover pizza. I'm going to go and get the Divine Feminine cards. I need a drink as well. I won't be long, guys. Chat between yourselves. I just read that stressed backwards is dessert. That's the answer. Dessert. I was going to have golden syrup pudding with custard. Can't say I ever heard that song. The Kaiser Chiefs. Simon used to love the Kaiser Chiefs. So that's but interesting, that song. Every day I love you less and less. Interesting though. Let me go and get this deck of cards. Okay. Be good. I won't be long. It will not be long. Okay. Let's finish off then with a message from the Divine Feminine deck. Thank you for joining me this evening. I've got to go and wind down now. They stimulate me, these live readings. Pumpkin pie and whipped cream. Is that what you plan on having? Pumpkin pie. Whew. Okay, can we have a final message for this evening's reading? Fatima, it's all them puddings. the mother of imams. Is that how you say that? Imams. Yes, sirree. You're welcome, Laurie. Okay, Fatima. Let's read her message. I need to find out whereabouts she is in the book. Oh, this writing is small. That's better. Fatima, page number 60. Fatima embodies the love and fulfillment that comes from living in a state of gratitude. Oh, saying that there. Fatima bint Muhammad was born in the early 7th century and is the only child to Khadija and the Prophet Muhammad to live into adulthood. She is associated with the title the mother of her father, because she cared for Muhammad after her mother died. She is an object of veneration, love, and respect for all Muslims because she supported her father through all of his difficulties. She was a devoted wife and mother of 2 sons and 2 daughters. Her descendants are spread throughout the Islamic world. To the, I always laugh because it looks like it says shites. To the shitties. How do I pronounce to the shites? She is particularly significant because she was married to Ali, the Prophet Muhammad's cousin. Ali is considered by shiites to be legitimate heir to Muhammad's teachings. Fatima's many children are considered then the rightful inheritors of Islam. Don't laugh. Oh dear. Okay. I've closed the book. An imam is a leader of the Islamic faith, and Fatima is considered to be the mother of imams because of the love and gratitude she gave to her family. There are many stories about her devotion and the unfaltering love she provided in order to protect them. She never failed to defend what was sacred to her. It is said that Fatima stood up to Muhammad's successor, Abu Bakr, because she didn't feel that he was honouring her father's legacy in the way he had hoped. She lived with great stability because she knew that her love for her family gave her a solid foundation, identity, and clarity of purpose. Don't ever change. I'll evolve. Okay, right. When your soul selects her card, we can get caught up in the ego's idea of who we need to become or what we need to achieve. Fatima is the grace that sweeps through our seemingly complex lives and reminds us of what's core, what's solid, earth to the soul, family, even if family means a few beloved friends. And here we are. I feel like, I don't know, like I'm sniffling. No, I'm okay. Has somebody been drinking? Send me gold. Send me gold. The gold. It's special. That's just Coca-Cola. Cherry Coca-Cola. Cheers. Okay, let's finish this off. Oh. Got the giggles now. Okay. Nurturing, protecting and caring and taking care of the ones we love is a sacred occupation. My great-grandmother, Big Margie, advised me that if I ever had children, I needed to make sure I got paid for it. I had no clue what she was talking about. The idea was so foreign. Big Margie believed that women should have a wage for the time they spent raising children so that their work would at last be valued. The role of housewife or stay-at-home mum is sacred if it's consciously chosen. It is a profound contribution to raise and reconstitute the world. There is a legacy of love that can be inherited by the whole family from such undivided attention and presence. Fatima restores significance and importance to the spiritual path of motherhood. Fatima is also a call to step back, take a deep breath, and take inventory of how much you can be grateful for right now in this moment. She releases you from unreal expectations of yourself. Whether you have mothered a child, a friend, or yourself, or an Angus. You've mothered Angus. So whether you have mothered a child, a friend, a pet, I'm going to add that one in, or yourself, which is very important, to be able to parent ourselves, Fatima helps you see again the vital role the nurturer provides. She offers the perspective that says love is the family we all belong to, and gratitude is a state of wealth we get to live in. Soul Voice Meditation, what am I most grateful for in this moment? And the intention, love is my lineage and gratitude is my religion. Love is my lineage and gratitude is my religion. Laurie, you're glad that you stayed home to raise your kids? It was a conscious choice of mine as well. But if it wasn't me raising them, then it was their dad who was at home. So, cheers. Cheers. Oh, that one's empty. Cheers. Let's do it that way. I just remember always just wanting to be a mum, a good mum and a good wife. And it was at school in an English oral exam that the teacher said to me, what do you want to do? Well, she asked all of us, what do you want to do when you leave school? And I was a bit cocky. I said, I'm not going to do anything. I just want to be a good mum and a good wife, like housewife. And I remember her saying to me, no matter what you do, I feel you're going to be a success in whatever it is that you pursue. But it just seemed important. It is important even now. I think it's really important that if you have children, stay home and raise them. That's just my belief. Anyway, let's leave it there. And I'll talk to you all soon. Until then, we've been on for 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Take care. Much love. Much healing love. It was your intention too, Laurie. And I feel that now, like they're not at home. Well, they're not, I suppose, like around us so much. It really is time to put all that love and nurturance like solely onto ourselves. And that was the energy of like when I said about we really have learnt to look after ourselves, take real good care of ourselves before anybody else. And we can now that the children, well, they're watching us. It's role modelling, isn't it? So you know that they're going to be able to take good care of themselves because they've watched you take good care of yourself. I say to them, now that like I live alone, they go, have you eaten? I take really good care of myself. And then there are times when I don't eat and they go, oh, you must make sure you eat. And I go, I do take care of myself, but maybe I'm just fasting. I don't have to eat every night. I'm not always hungry. So, yeah. So let's raise our cups to taking the bestest care of ourselves and show others how it's done. Okay then. Okay. Yeah, cheers. Cheers. We're going to have a good night. We are. We're going to journal and we're going to have a cracking week. Wallace and Gromit's coming through. It's a cracking job, Gromit. Cheers. Cheers. I've got 2 cups, so I can do this. Cheers. Cheers. Job's a good one. Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care, much love. Sweet dreams. Bye for now.